May I be of service to you?
Can I please speak to Mr. Gentry?
Why don't you try phoning?
I've been trying all day, but no one answers.
Why don't you try again tomorrow?
Try what?
Phoning.
But I'm here now.
But you said you only wanted to speak to him.
Can I please see Mr. Gentry?
Young lady, you have now had the pleasure of both speaking to and seeing Mr. Gentry. Now,
You're Mr. Gentry? I thought you were...
his butler.
Why, yes.
One as efficient as myself does not employ people to do tasks which he himself does superlatively.
Gee. Well, are you going to invite me in?
Do you have something to give me?
$25,000.
The concept seems worthy of consideration.
Well, this is some place you've got here.
May I have the pleasure of knowing my welcomed intruder's name and when I get the money?
My name is Nancy Weston, and I'm a reporter with the Globe.
Get out.
Just a minute, Mr. Gentry. The Globe wants to hire you to investigate that weird murder of the stripteaser last night.
Well, then, they can send me a formal letter, like anyone else.
Well, we would have. But you have a reputation for giving lengthy consideration before you take a case. And we wanted to know your answer today.
You mentioned $25,000.
The Globe will give you $25,000 just to investigate the murder. And if you discover the murderer...
If I discover the murderer. If you had any doubts at all, why bother me?
At any rate, discover the murder and you get $25,000 more.
And your newspaper gets exclusive rights to the mystifying story of how the remarkable Abraham Gentry cracks another case.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Tell me, anyone could have made me this offer, the editor, the chairman of the board. Why such a young and attractive novice reporter? Perhaps your employers felt that $50,000 wasn't enough.
Perhaps, but the money's the only offer you're getting from me.
I'm happy to know that, because if anything were offered besides the money, I would have had to turn it down.
If you're done being clever.
Never.
If I have your word that you'll take this case, I'm authorized to give you this check for $5,000 for immediate expenses, and...
You have my word, and now you may leave.
My pleasure.
Stay out of trees.
Hello? Hey, mister?
What in heaven's name can I do for you?
What can you do for me?
Well?
I just wanted to know if you wanted something to drink.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I am a bit dry. I'll have some cordon bleu.
Huh?
Cordon... Never mind. I'll have a bottle of tonic water. In a clean glass. Please sit and talk to me for a while.
Sure. Sorry it took so long, but we borrowed your glass and the bottle opener. Want me to take the first drink to make sure it's okay? But I didn't boil my lips.
You should have.
Hey, what gives?
As a matter of fact, I would appreciate it if you'd let me take it off the tray.
Sure. Be my guest. Now, don't drink it too fast.
Please tell me everything you can about Susie Cream Puff.
Are you a cop?
Hardly.
Well, what do you want to know for? She came from the Midwest. She wanted to be an actress or a model. She was just doing this for food until she got a part in something. She worked here for about 2 months. She really thought she was something else. She was just a big tease.
Ah, stop drooling. I have a few more questions.
Shoot.
Did she have any boyfriends?
Nah, like I said, she was a big tease. She'd get all the horny guys really turned on and let them think they were taking her home. But when the club closed, she'd tell them all to flake off.
Was there anyone she teased in particular?
Yeah.
Go on.
There was this one guy, a student, Real wormy-looking kid. His mouth started hanging open as soon as he saw her. He didn't really pay any attention to any of his other girls. He would have done anything just to get it on with her. She'd always tease him and shut him down. Once, she told him she'd spend a night with him, do whatever he wanted for $200. So he came in the next night with a check made out to cash for $200 and gave it to her after her last show.
And then?
She looked at it, laughed, and tore it up. The poor kid looked like he was going to cry.
Do you know what happened to that check?
One of the bartenders saw the whole thing. He felt sorry for the kid, so he gave him a Harvey Wallbanger for it.
Do you know where that check is?
I think it's in the cash box. I'll check.
Joseph Carter, 1138 Winona. Is there anything else you can tell me?
No. Hey, mister, if you're ever around here again.
I'll try not to be. I just thought I'd give you a little tip. A girl like you ought to know what to do with this.
This is next level. I'm here to win it. You're here to win it.
Create a next level dish.
I'm going to smoke those 2 floors above us.
Next Level Chef, Thursdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities. Or current qualified lessees can get this Equinox LT for around $299 a month. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Bridgewater State University is not just in the education business. BSU elevates business. Industry leaders hire BSU graduates for in-demand jobs in cybersecurity, engineering, finance, and every other field on the rise. BSU grads are trained in top-tier facilities and tested through hands-on internships. When BSU grads enter the Massachusetts workforce, they don't leave it, they lead it. Elevating business in Boston and beyond, BSU works.
The only thing on the road faster than a race car are rising car repair costs. But with Endurance, you'll never pay for covered car repairs again.
Just 2 claims saved us over $1,700.
If I didn't have Endurance, I would have paid over $7,000 out of pocket to repair my vehicle.
So make the call. Find out how much you could save with Endurance.
Call right now to get $300 off any plan.
Call 1-833-440-3916 now.
Well, what are you doing here?
Just making sure the paper's getting its money's worth.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Where are you going?
1138 Winona. You happen to be a Mr. Joseph Carter?
Man, you just missed them.
Would you happen to know where he went?
Who are you?
Yeah. He went to the strippers, candy canes.
She was this friend of this other stripper that got bumped off the other night.
Did he say why he went?
What do you want to know? He said something about, he thought you knew something. Man, he was like real crazy, man, freaked out, like, in a daze. Hadn't been out of his crib all day.
Did he say where the young lady lived?
Yeah. It's like first pad above Hungry Man's restaurant, like right down there. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Peace.
Kilroy. I didn't think you'd want to be on the floor when the police arrived. They wouldn't step over you. Lieutenant Anderson, please. No. No emergency. Lieutenant Anderson, a friend of mine stepped into some trouble and seems to have lost face.
All right, stop taking those goddamn pictures or I'll arrest every one of you. Now look, Gentry. Don't know anything else, or have you found anything and forgot to tell me?
Lieutenant, I'm sorry I cannot stay for your party, but I have some things to attend to.
Hey, don't you think that guy Carter has something to do with the murders?
Hardly. A diversionary tactic.
How do you figure?
Miss Weston, I am not here to instruct you in criminal investigations or ingenious methods.
Well, where to then?
How about your apartment?
Why, Abraham, you're flattering me.
Yes. I was thinking of putting you to bed. And giving you an adequate dose of sleeping pills to get rid of you for a few days.
Tell me, Mr. Gentry, do you try to be a jerk, or does it just
Come naturally. Get in and fasten your seatbelt.
Where to?
Top Salons. The place where our friend worked who had her face lifted.
You're resting your crutch on my foot.
I don't want you to move an inch from this spot.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Where are you going?
To pay a small visit to the bartender. How would you like a drink while I'm gone?
Hey, Bernie, give me a couple of martinis and a Manhattan on the rocks, please.
Right with you.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you ever do around this place is wait. Come on.
Hey, she's taking it all off.
Excuse me.
Sorry. You're inexcusable.
Well, if it isn't Miss Glamour.
If I would have known you were coming, Mr. Clean, I would have bought a bottle of Pepto-Bismol for you and a bottle of disinfectant for me.
It never occurred to me that I might run into you at your work twice in one day. But if it did, I would have thought your second job would have caused me to bump into you on the street.
Look, what do you want? I'm busy. And I don't want to get fired for talking to riffraff.
The young lady at that table would like a zombie in a tall glass with 4 shots of tequila.
How long's she been out with you?
Just deliver the drink.
Hey, Barney.
Yeah.
I want a zombie in a tall glass with 4 shots of tequila. Don't ask me why.
Hey, Barney.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
I'm too busy, Mac. Hey, Charlie. Take over for me. I gotta take a shit. Yeah, buddy. What's on your mind?
Who's that big man at the end of the bar, the one mutilating the squashes and tomatoes?
Him? That's Grout.
Grout?
Yeah, Grout. Yeah, that's all I ever heard him called. Hey, why are you interested in him?
Please tell me everything you can about him.
Yeah, buddy. Now, I don't know much about him, like where he lives and stuff like that. But what I do know is that he's an ex-Marine, and he spent a lot of time in Vietnam. Now, he was really a crazy mother. You know what he used to do? He hated them gooks so much that he used to go through the rice paddies after the battles were over, and he started busting in the heads of the dead bodies. Yeah, well, they didn't bother him much, till they found out he wasn't just busting in the heads of the gooks, but our boys, too.
Did they discharge him?
Hell no. Why'd they do that?
And then what?
He came here, got a job, keeps pretty much to himself.
What about the squashes and tomatoes?
Oh, that? He says he does it to relieve tension and bring back fond memories.
What time did he come in tonight?
About an hour ago.
Thank you very much, Barney.
Sure, buddy. Anytime. Hey, Barney, you know that shit yet? Yeah.
Twelve amateur survivalists put their fate in their families' hands.
I don't understand this game. Oh, we can hear him.
Do you push your loved one or push the button?
I'm not hitting the button.
Extracted. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
BK Melts, wanna warm up This sure helps. Classic bacon, shroom, and Swiss. BK season is tasty bliss. BK, have it your way.
Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app, has a new way to play. Massachusetts lottery scratch-offs right on your phone. Ready, set, scratch. Real tickets, real cash prizes. Jackpocket players have already won over $500 million in lottery prizes. Now it's your turn. Use the code at checkout and get $5 off your first scratch ticket while supplies last. Download Jackpocket today.
Think of all the places that could expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points, alerts you to threats, and fixes identity theft guaranteed. Backed by our $1 Million Protection Package. Join today.
Hello, Brent.
Hi.
If you had to choose, would you watch paint dry or compare benefits plans?
Compare benefits every time.
Come on, you know how complicated benefits can be.
Well, I run payroll with Gusto. They make it easier to find benefits like medical, dental, and vision for my whole team.
Man, I think I'm gonna need new glasses.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
Yes. Choose benefits without the mess. That's working with Gusto.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities. Or current qualified lessees can get this Equinox LT for around $299 a month. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
How is my lovely partner doing?
Oh, they sure make a great drink in this joint. Abraham, you called me your partner. Did you mean it?
Do I ever say anything I don't mean? I have one more person to see. How would you like another drink while I'm gone?
Are you trying to get me drunk now to take advantage of me later? Well, you don't have to get me drunk to do that.
I know. Waitress.
I was afraid it was your voice.
My charming companion would like another of the same.
See you later, A.B.
No, I'm afraid not.
Hey, Grout, I wish you wouldn't be so messy.
Mr. Grout.
Hey, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tops and Bottoms Club proudly presents another of our most beautiful and voluptuous young maidens, Miss Lola
What's going on, Mary? girl. She just got on stage. As soon as she goes into her act, we'll go into ours. Yeah! We'll show these striptease bitches just what we think. Yeah! All right. We'll rip her hair out. From both ends. Yeah!
Mr. Grout, why do you keep on bothering me?
Mr. Grout, please accept my apology. But I just thought I would tell you that the police already know about Miss Candy Kane's murder tonight. Time to go home, Nancy.
I see.
Come with me. I want you to take the young lady home. Stick out your hands. Here's her address, and this is her key. Keep the change.
Hey, you haven't told me your name yet.
Abraham Gentry.
You mean
The Abraham Gentry.
A.B. Pickles. Do you mind if I lie down? I'm still pretty shook up.
Do you know a Miss Candy Kane?
Sure. She strips at the same joint I do. She didn't come in tonight. Funny you should bring her up.
Nothing can bring her up. She was murdered tonight.
Oh my God! Well, who could have killed her?
That's what I'm trying to find out. And I think you might be able to help me.
That's the second of my friends that have been killed in the last couple of days.
You know Miss Susie Creampuff, too?
Well, not real good, but Candy was good friends with her and I was good friends with Candy. I still can't believe it. She was so sweet.
Are you familiar with a young man named Joseph Carter?
I just met him tonight. He wanted to see Candy to talk to her about Susie, but he was too shy to go to her apartment, so he came to work to wait for her. Now I'll never get to meet her. I just can't believe it.
Do you know whether she or Susie knew Grout?
Sure, we all know him. He scares me the way he's always staring at my head. But he does protect me from Masters.
Masters, yes. What about the leader of that women's group that attacked you tonight?
That bitch. She's always causing trouble around the clubs. She says you strippers is a disgrace to womanhood.
Has she ever threatened to kill any of you before tonight?
All the time. We get the law on her, but Marsdone says.
Marsdone? Mobley?
Yeah. Do you know him? He's the owner of all these clubs.
Quite well.
Anyway, he says that if we did, the publicity would just bring more of them together and make things worse. Until tonight, they just picketed and ran off with the mount. Tore up a couple of our costumes. Oh, yeah. One night, she came in the club, took off her bra on stage. Well, Candy grabbed it out of her hands and put it on. It was really funny because Candy's 5 or 6 times bigger than she is.
Thank you very much, Lola. You've been a big help to me.
Well, aren't you going to stay for a cup of coffee or something?
Well, I have to get a little rest.
But you can rest. Here. He was kind of cute.
What are you doing here?
12 amateur survivalists put their fate in their family's hands.
I don't understand this game. Oh, we can hear them.
Do you push your loved one or push the button?
I'm not hitting the button.
Extracted. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
I cannot speak highly enough about Purple mattresses. Go in, lay on the mattresses, try them out.
We wanted like a best of both worlds with our mattress.
Coming in and testing out the mattresses, this was the one that easily landed on, and it was just like, this is the one.
I laid on the mattress for forever in the store and talked to all the people there, and they made me feel so great about my purchase, and I've just been so happy.
Get up to $900 off a mattress and base during our President's Day sales event. Visit your local Purple store at Assembly Row and try one today.
Quiero waffles. Yo también.
Sorry.
Gentry. Okay, Gentry, what What did you and Miss Prize talk about?
Lieutenant, have you figured out that I left prior to the killing?
Yeah, just tell me what you talked about.
I take it that the cause of death was exactly like the others.
Face mutilated with a meat tenderizer, throat slit, and this one had her ass beat in. Tell me what you talked about. Hey, look, Gentry, you're trying my patience. Now, if you don't start cooperating...
Things.
Huh?
We talked about things.
Am I going to have to take you down to the station?
How original. All right, Lieutenant. I took Miss Prize home after an incident with some women's liberationists.
Yeah?
I questioned her about why she felt the women had attacked her.
Yeah?
Let's see. Oh, yes. Then she removed every stitch she had on and began explaining how the other women were jealous of her body. Oh, and then she pointed out a few of the high spots.
Yeah, then?
She propositioned me.
Yeah? Well, go ahead. What'd you do then?
Lieutenant, have you no respect for the privacy of one's intimate relations? Let alone the dead.
Now, look, Gentry. When it comes to law and order, it's my duty and responsibility to find out everything. You act as if I get pleasure out of this. Now, what'd you do then?
Well, I explained to this poor lost soul how she would find much more pleasure and satisfaction in the teachings of God than in any encounter with me. And I left her reading her Bible.
Okay, wise guy. If that's true, where's the Bible?
Lieutenant, how brilliant! You've uncovered something I never thought of. The murderer is a religious fanatic who's ridding the world of these unscrupulous harlots.
Yeah, I got it. That person wouldn't leave her with the Bible, so the murderer took it.
Right. You find that Bible and you've got yourself a killer.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Gentry.
Don't thank me. You did all the work.
Oh, yeah. All right, maybe you gotta find the Bible.
Why?
What? Now! I just did
Lieutenant.
Yeah, what do you want, Gentry?
You mentioned something about Miss Prize's hind end being pulverized.
Well, I haven't discovered a reason why yet, but when we found her, she was on her back with her, her panties pulled down to her knees. And when we turned her over, the lady's, fanny was smashed. There was no apparent reason for it, but we did find this next to it.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Yeah.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Night, Gentry.
Freddie. How's the wife and kids?
We're all fine, Mr. Gentry. And you?
Couldn't be better. Freddie, I'd like you to take what's in this piece of paper and on that handkerchief and have the boys in the lab give me everything they can on it. But needless to say, we don't want you know who to find out about it. Oh, buy the boys some good cigars.
Sure enough, Mr. Gentry. I'll take care of everything.
Good night, Freddie.
Anytime, Mr. Gentry.
Find anything?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did.
Well?
Well, now look, Gentry. You don't expect me to tell you about confidential police evidence, do you? Anyway, if you found something, you wouldn't tell me.
Lieutenant. Must I remind you of that brilliant religious theory that you came up with?
Well, no, but that was proved wrong already.
Lieutenant, I'm surprised at you. Are you going to stand there and tell me that just because you found that obviously planted Bible in unavoidable sight, that you're going to disregard a theory that your own genius so cleverly devised? Now, are you...
That obviously planted Bible?
I don't know about you, but it's perfectly clear to me that the girl's Bible was taken by the murderer, and that one left to mislead the authorities.
Well, no. I mean, yeah. Of course. Of course I realize that. I just want to see if you were as smart as you're cracked up to be. I guess we can show you what we found, since it has no real bearing on the case anyway. That is, if you want to bother. Another one of these things. Found it on the floor in the kitchen. Hey, what do you make of that girl's chest?
Not very much at the moment.
That must be why the murderer used heat in these killings.
To give the girls a taste of their destiny?
Well, sure. The madman must have figured to burn them some here before they got down there.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. Doc? Doc?
Oh, hello, Mr. Gentry.
Doc, are there any differences in the murders aside from the different means of mutilation?
No, but I'll tell you one thing. This murderer sure wasn't weak.
Thank you, Doc. Nancy, it's time for you to do something useful.
What?
I want you to find the leader of that women's lib gang, Mary McElhenney. Somehow find out how strong she is and if she wears any makeup. And then I want you to act sympathetic to her cause. Tell her you're writing a story about her feelings about the murders. And to play it safe, you'd better take off your bra.
Anything else?
Yes, find out if she wore a wig. And if so, get me all you can on it. And then check out Miss Price's apartment, see if she wore a wig. And if so, get me samples.
Where are you going?
I'm going to visit the owner of all those clubs where the girls worked, Mr. Marsdone Mobley.
Hey, fellas, I got a really great idea. How about an amateur strip contest? A
I'll put a sign in all our places saying, so you want to be a stripper. Amateur strip contest. Come one, come all. Big prize. Hey, you know what the prize is going to be?
What's that, boss?
Me!
Well, what's the prize really gonna be, boss?
How about $200? Do you think that's enough?
I don't know, boss.
Come here, baby. You think $200 is really a big enough prize?
For what?
About the prize. $200 in the air.
What?
Oh, take a walk. I'll call you when I need you. Hey, fellas, maybe I ought to give $300 for the prize.
Mr. Mobley.
Hey, buddy, can you read the sign back there? It says close till 5 o'clock. Beat it. Hey, maybe I ought to throw in a trophy like the George Washington Monument.
Yeah, boss. Yeah.
Mr. Mobley.
Gentry, Fred, Sam, go. Nice going, Gentry. They deserve that. I would have done it myself, only I didn't have the heart to do it. Sit down for a minute. I want you to know I don't bear any grudges. But do me a favor, will you, Gentry? Stop investigating my places. I got enough problems. You know, I just found out this morning that 2 more of my girls are bumped off, and the rest of the girls are quitting. Nobody will be here tonight to even have a naval display.
What about the waitress over there?
She hasn't got the chest for anything. No tits. I'm trying to get some amateur strippers here. I'm desperate. Say, by the way, what are you investigating?
Ironically, in a way, I'm working for you. I'm investigating the murders of your now thoroughly exotic dancers.
No,
Very little, if any.
Hey, boss, can we go home? We don't feel so good.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't forget to be back by 5 o'clock and bring your other head.
Yeah.
Hey, you a cop?
I inform you that my services are indirectly awarded to you, and you keep insulting me. When was the last time you saw Grout?
Oh, he was around a little while ago. Personally, I think he left for warmer climates. Dig?
Do you think it was because of the murders?
No, the stores around here kept running out of squash. You know, he's a damn good bartender. And besides, he kept the masses away from the broads.
Do you have any feelings about the murders?
Oh, buddy, I got a big hurt. Right here in my heart.
Listen, if you're going to do business with him, I'm going to quit.
Listen, you mind your own business. You know who this is?
Yeah, I know exactly who and what this is.
Marlene and I have had what you might say the mutual displeasure of each other's acquaintance several times in the past few days. But in all honesty, I alone have suffered.
Listen, if I weren't such a lady, I'd let you have a
Hey,
word.
wait a minute here. I got enough troubles here. Say, Mr. Gentry, you've been around many years. What do you think about giving a prize to the best amateur stripper?
I think you're just asking for trouble by using amateurs.
Hey, do me a favor. Would you mind your own business?
Look, some guy's going to come in here and lose sight of his chick and find her on stage with her clothes off and then want to kill every other guy in the joint who saw her. With a cash prize like that, you're just going to triple the amount of broads wanting to do that.
Hey, that's great. I'll split the $1,000 amongst the 3 places. What do you think, Mr. Gentry?
It's a great idea. Get those women on stage, give them some money, and let their egos do the rest. Why, the money will become secondary to be chosen the most sexy. As a matter of fact, this is the biggest of your clubs, isn't it? And the best located?
Certainly, this is the greatest.
Instead of stringing things out, why not bring everything together here? Offer $1,000 for first prize. You can let the women in for free and get a $5 cover charge for the men.
Hey, that's great.
And as a matter of fact, to show you my heart's in the right place, I have a friend at the newspaper. I'll get her to print a feature story. The greatest striptease show of the century.
Hey, that's fantastic. Where you been all my life? Say, Gentry, you're a genius.
Sometimes I can hardly believe it.
You're nuts. After tonight, you won't have a place left. They'll tear this club apart. Stop and think a minute. There'll be hundreds of strippers. Things will get out of hand.
Yeah, but things will get in hand, too. Money, money, money.
Damn, it's been good to see you, Abe. Hey, don't make it so warm next time.
I promise, Lizzie. Thank you for the information.
Extracted is groundbreaking and intriguing. And with hunger setting in,
I'm gonna go eat some ants.
will family tensions lead to an early extraction?
I just want mom back. I want to be extracted.
Extracted, all new Monday on Fox.
I love betting on the NBA with FanDuel, especially when I've got the world's greatest basketball mind on my side. What's up, Chuck GPT?
What's up, Chuck IRL?
What do you think about this parlay?
It's great, but why don't you use me for something you really need help with?
What does Charles Barkley really need help with?
Hundreds of results found.
Uh-oh.
Fashion sense, basic math.
What?
Being on time, portion control, conflict resolution, enunciating, free throw percentage.
New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
Eating vegetables.
What keeps baby's skin healthy? A diaper that doesn't leave skin wet. That's why Pampers Swaddlers absorbs wetness better for up to 100% leak-proof protection and 0% skin irritation. Pampers, for healthy baby skin.
Guess who?
Miss Weston, what did you find out?
I found out the women's liberation movement is really together.
Hey, you didn't put your bra back on.
You looked. I mean, probably never will.
Fine. Now, what did you find out?
I found out that women's rights have been denied them since the beginning of time, and...
Now, what did you find out?
Well, I found out that Mary McElhenney knows all the places she was at the times of the murders, but she was always alone. She said, "You know, I wish I knew who was buzzing off those strippers, womanhood strippers, because I'd like to congratulate her. I wish it was me."
Do you think she had anything to do with it?
I don't know. She really hates strippers.
What about the wig?
Mary didn't wear wigs or makeup.
Say, do you think you could get your editor to print a feature story and run maybe an ad for tonight's edition?
Sure.
How would you like to go out tonight? With me.
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll finish eating, and then I'll take you home, pick you up again around 8 o'clock. Yeah, about 8 o'clock. And wear something sexy. Anything else? Oh, no, this is fine. Thank you.
Come in.
My, aren't we risque tonight?
I'm certainly willing.
Man, you can do what you want to do, your thing. Go ahead. Okay, I promise I'd let him do that. He used to work at Sing Sing. Folks, I want you to drink up. We got plenty of booze here. And I got to tell you that we just got the news over television that Tom Jones crossed his legs quickly. He's in critical condition. Folks, we got 2 more contestants left. And the lucky one is going to get $1,000 for a prize. Now, here's the next contestant. Hey, get in the best table in the house, right in there. You're just in time for the second contestant. And here she is now, folks, our next contestant, Miss Ruby Diamond.
Well, what'll it be, Mr. Big Spender?
I'll have a glass of brandy and the usual for Miss Weston. A zombie and a tall glass.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, baby.
That was a lovely way to bring up a cold. That was a better way to bring up a family. She dresses in one room, and I dress in the next room, and there's a little hole in the wall. I let her look. Take a look at her, I want to go home and beat my wife. My wife wanted a facelift, and they couldn't do it for $80, they lowered the body. And now, folks, for the last contestant. She's adorable, folks. I'd like you to meet Miss Ramona Mona.
That is the sexiest woman I have ever seen.
I don't think she's that sexy.
She's really the best. None of the others were anything like her. My. She is remarkable.
I can dance better than that any day.
Pretty you are, and you have a nice figure, but not like that.
How would you know? You've never seen me like that.
I'm not criticizing you, but she's built differently and moves it in a different way.
I can move it better than that. I don't think she was that great. Nancy.
because she's the new star of Mud is Heaven.
It's scary. The Gordon Ramsay's here.
Disastrous restaurants.
Dysfunctional. Shocking.
No! Can Gordon save them?
We're in trouble, and we've got to get out of trouble before it's too late.
Kitchen Nightmares, all new Tuesdays on Fox. Watch anytime on Hulu.
Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app, has a new way to play. Massachusetts lottery scratch-offs right on your phone. Ready, set, scratch. Real tickets, real cash prizes. Jackpocket players have already won over $500 million in lottery prizes. Now it's your turn. Use the code at checkout and get $5 off your first scratch ticket while supplies last. Download Jackpocket today.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities. Or current qualified lessees can get this Equinox LT for around $299 a month. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Touch the sky, on fire, burning brighter, do it so exceptionally. Shout it louder, let it hear. I got to be me, I got to be free.
The perfect blend of design and performance. The Genesis G70 and new G80. Select eligible owners can lease the G70 for $379 per month. Exclusively at your New England Genesis retailers.
Oh. Oh. Abe, did you really think I was the best?
Nancy, not only were you the best, but you still are. I have to take care of something.
All right, Abe. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, it isn't the distinguished Marlene the barmaid. Oh, Marlene. Oh, how clumsy. I'm sorry, I forgot the cheese and crackers, so you won't need that knife. Poor Marlene. Jealous of all the strippers, and because Marsdone was making it with them and paying no attention to you. You despised them, so you mutilated them because they had something you didn't have anymore. What was that, Marlene? Marlene, let's see. Was I right or was I right?
having this terrible dream that that girl at the club was trying to kill me.
I know.
You do? Wait a minute, how did I get here?
Well, forget about that for now. I'll explain all that tomorrow. Get yourself together. You're going to spend the night at my place. And I'll give you your story in the morning. Good morning. May I please speak to Lieutenant Anderson? I'm sure he won't mind being awakened. Tell him it's Abraham Gentry. Good morning, Lieutenant. I hope I didn't awaken you. I'm sorry, but I thought you'd like to know that the murderer you were looking for just fell from a second-story window, and she just ruined her makeup. Good night, Lieutenant. Oh, by the way, Lieutenant, she was an atheist. You're ready? We may be on our way.
Abe, will you treat me like a woman?
Of course. With all the respect you're entitled to.
Oh, Abe.
A bit of ingenuity on my part. It was as simple as that. I didn't suspect Marlene until I remembered an incident with an ex-lady wrestler. My mental powers I was sure of, and so I set up the situation in which I could trap the murderer and lure her into my hands. Hopefully in the middle of one of her facial extravaganzas.
You mean to tell me that you used me as the meat to bait your trap?
I gave you that honor.
Why, you no good, dirty rotten.
Now, we had to come face to face with the murderer.
We had to come face to face. I had to come face to face. I almost lost mine. Listen, if you
We had nothing of great importance to lose if my theory had been proved unsound. Now, I came in time, didn't I?
What if you had come a second too late?
Well, I knew. Now, do you want to quibble over nothing, or do you want your story?
Go on.
I went to see an old and dear friend of mine, Lizzie Murdoch, better known to her wrestling fans as Lizzie the Snake, or the Python Lady.
I figure she'd be a friend of yours. Go on.
I related my memory of a lady wrestler named Betty the Beautiful, the wrestler extraordinaire, who, with her perfect body, perfectly stripped every opponent she got on top of. Now, Liz's recollection was the same as mine. Betty wanted out of the wrestling game and got into stripteasing.
Yeah?
Well, she was an instant sensation and, of course, was picked up and managed by none other than Marsdone Mobley.
No kidding.
I do not kid. Marsdone made a lot of money with her and even decided to marry her until her unfortunate accident.
Which was?
Well, one night Betty was trapped in her bedroom when a fire broke out, and before they could get there to help her, she was burned badly.
And?
Well, plastic surgery was successful on her face, but her head and her chest were completely disfigured. Well, Marsdone had no further use for her, but out of pity, he changed her name and gave her a job as a waitress.
So, with Marsdone having nothing else to do with her, she slowly started going nuts and became insanely jealous of all the girls who had what Marsdone wanted.
Exactly.
Well, what triggered off your memory about Marlene? And how were you so sure it wasn't Grout or Mary McElhaney?
Oh, something Marsdone said. He said that she couldn't strip because she didn't have the chest for it. Well, that started me thinking. And later on, when we had a confrontation together, she threatened me with some sort of a gesture that only a lady wrestler would use.
And Grout?
Well, Grout. I was pretty sure Grout wasn't the murderer after seeing all those clues that seemed to exploit him. As a matter of fact, I even tried to catch him to tell him I no longer suspected him.
And Mary the women's liver?
Yes. Mary didn't wear makeup, and from the information the boys in the lab gave me, I knew the murderer wore a wig and super cover makeup, which Marlene needed to cover those surgery scars.
Go on.
Well, I had to stage that naked extravaganza to bait her on. I led her to believe you and I had something going. And when you won that contest...
Wait a minute. Did I legitimately win that contest?
Not only did you really win that contest fair and square, I'm led to believe that you have the finest form I have ever seen. Poor Marlene. Hers is the saddest story of all. She lost face 3 times. First with her wrestling fans, then with her striptease patrons, and finally between a layer of concrete and the wheel of a car. She did go out in style, though. It was a new car.
Abe, there's still something I haven't lost yet.
Well, it isn't your nerve or your sense of humor. Let's see, what could it be? You've seen enough.